It's astounding sometimes when you think about the statistics of incarceration. In the United States incarcerates more individuals than any other country in the world. 47% of U.S. adults have had a family member who's been incarcerated. And so it's pervasive, it's endemic, and it's mostly unseen. So on June 7th, 2016, I came home after 47 months away in federal prison.
Before Delton went to prison, I was a stay-at-home mom, my dream job. I hadn't had to go into the workforce since I was pregnant with our daughter. So the harsh reality of me having to go back into the workforce when Delton left was a big pill to swallow. I didn't want to do it, but I had 3 children I had to feed.
When I was in prison, there were lots of ministries for inmates, but there was nothing for my family. And so that despair that I felt when I was there almost always related to Pam having a need that I couldn't do anything about. All my life I had been their provider, and that was the realization I came to, was I was never the provider, and I was just the conduit. And while I was gone, God found other conduits and provided for them in just as rich a way as I ever could.
People were caring for us, like just different people from different areas of our life were showing up, and I had looked for that. Like when Delton first left, I went online and I was like, I need some resources. Like the church we were part of at the time didn't have anything for families of the incarcerated, which most churches don't. And I couldn't find anything. And as people began to provide for us, we just started talking about, like, maybe this is why God called us, Delton and Pam, to walk this journey, so that we would see the need and we could make it known.
So Qavah Ministries, the ministry we started in 2019, is seeking to care for the temporary widows and orphans of the incarcerated. Qavah is a Hebrew word for wait. It's looking with expectation and waiting to see what God will do. If we can give these temporary widows and these temporary orphans a little bit of hope and they're waiting for their family reunion, that's Qavah. Chuck Colson's ministry, Prison Fellowship, started this angel tree ministry where incarcerated individuals would sign up and request that someone would buy a gift on their behalf from daddy or from mommy for their child. And so from the time our kids were little, we would participate in that. But I'm not really wired to be compassionate, and so I never really put myself in the shoes of the people who were requesting these. To me, it was just a cardboard angel hanging on a tree. Fast forward, and in August, I actually surrendered myself to prison, and I'm in chapel, a place where a lot of guys like me gravitated. And the chaplain is going on. He said, "Angel Tree sign-ups are in the back, and just make sure you sign up before the end of the month." And I thought to myself, and I laugh at it now, I thought, well, how am I supposed to buy an angel tree in here? Am I supposed to get something on commissary? And it was just a sudden realization that I was now on the other side of that angel. I was now the person who was going to fill out a form and ask for a present for my kid. And the level of understanding, the level of compassion and realization of that all this time, for many years, these were real people in real situations with real needs, and not just something for me to check a box that I did the right thing. We started the ministry. We did a small angel tree event in 2019, and then we spent 2020 at home preparing to do another angel tree event in hopes that we could build relationships with the families that were coming to get the gifts. Through the generosity of Preston Trail, we were able to do it here. However, with the limitations we had with COVID, we had to do it outside. It was sort of a drive-by, but we learned a lot through the process, and every year we've learned a little bit more. So we're hoping that this year we're able to host the 50 or so families that we're inviting, and host them and share a meal, have volunteers from Preston Trail there as table hosts or as just table participants. As a Christ follower, you have permission to be the hands and feet of Jesus and to do the things that God prompts you to do when He prompts you to do them. And what do they say? That delayed obedience is disobedience. Not to put too fine a point on it, but when you sense a need, meet it.